in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, you looking stressed, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, stress, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Someone said that I was up next. I said I'm up now with no mean of disrespect. I don't be at the gym, so I don't need to flex. You regret moving on to the next and making me your ex. Yeah, I roll up whenever you feeling stressed. Treat you with respect and never settle for less. Life's a game of chess, don't let it get you in check. She like when I pull her hair and grab her by her neck. Got her on her back until she break a sweat. She like rocking my polo shirts and rocking my polo sweats. Laying down after sex with her head on my chest. She whispers that you're the best, please don't turn out like the rest. We up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, looking stressed, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Week 1, season fucking 8 now or something.
Yep.
All right, it's week 1. Jeez. I'm so excited I can't even talk. That's, I guess, the problem. I got Connor here, John, my best buds, and we're ready to rock and roll and start talking about season 1 and making some predictions here. And we got a little bit of a show for you guys today. But I do want to talk about this news that I heard today, and I don't know if you guys saw this yet. Evidently, somewhere, they decided that they were going to take DNA from some fossils of, and people can correct me if I'm wrong here, and I'm going to talk a little bit to get the viewers in. Some fossils of some dire wolves, and basically, through science, created a couple dire wolves. So an extinct species is now de-extinct, I think is what they're calling it. I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys seen this, heard about this, but I just seen articles today about it, and it's honestly kind of crazy. My first reaction is, oh, that's awesome. Then they can bring back a lot of extinct animals, even though I'm not sure there are any extinct animals that are really beneficial to society. But it's kind of cool. Like when I was in school, I learned about the dodo bird somehow, which I thought was the coolest name, but evidently they were so dumb that they just got themselves extinct. But that's how I kind of learned about extinct animals. And then I start to go down the rabbit hole of thinking, and I'm like, you know what? That's how Jurassic Park started.
Yeah, that was my first thought when you said it.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the movies, so I always wonder, like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I mean, it's one of those, it's kind of cool, but in the wrong hands.
Wrong hands, exactly.
Could be a bad thing.
Could be.
But there are 2 dire wolves, is what I read and saw an article. Watched a news clip on it. And, yeah, they're kind of cool looking, obviously. And makes me want Game of Thrones back.
I mean, good news is that I did notice that you reinforced the bulkhead, so if there's ever any problems, we can all just hide down here.
That is true.
At an undisclosed location that only a few of us know about. So
I do have a husky that would probably fight a bear if the bear came around. So I think the husky would at least give me enough time to run. Yep. But stupid me, I could not watch my husky die. I'd probably die before it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did fix the bulkhead a little bit. But what will come first, the real life Jurassic Park or Sarno's fifth ring? Sarno's fifth ring. That's 10, 12 weeks away. Yeah, I don't know. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys ready to do predictions here?
Yeah, let's get right into it.
All right, we're going to get right into it. We got week 1. We got some predictions, and we wrote down some keys to victory, in our opinion, and we'll discuss it and comment away if you agree, disagree. And we're going to do like we did last year. We're gonna do a little contest here. We're gonna pick throughout the season, and I'm gonna defend my title, and hopefully these 2 jabronis can get close enough to make it a competition.
Did you win? Are you sure?
I smoked you guys. Like, wasn't even close.
I don't think so.
Actually, I still have the list down under my seat.
You would.
I do. I don't know why I save all these. You know, it's like, who knows? 20 years down the road, we could be super famous, and I could sell all that stuff off. Like, hey, these are our first shows.
I got first bid on the QB of the year
I don't think
title
so.
belt.
Yeah.
Connor, did we tie?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Then I believe it now.
Yeah, I think you guys did tie, which
We
was
tied
weird.
for like first, I think.
That for
Yeah,
sure.
first losers.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it was.
I believe we won in the playoffs though, or I did.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I did.
No, you definitely did. Yeah, smoked us. It wasn't even close. All right, game one, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we predicting score too, or did we just go?
Just wins.
I think we went just.
We just did wins during regular season. We did score in playoffs.
Okay. Yeah.
And you want to change it up, or you like the way that we?
I think the way we did was fine, and especially like week one, we haven't really seen any of these teams play, so it's a shot in the dark just by roster, kinda.
Let me just address something Fum said. All right, this is so for the boys in the back. I mean, you know, I'm gonna let people in on a little thing. Kenny was a little down in the dumps that day. So what I did was I sold it pretty well. I made him look good on purpose.
Saying you worked it.
I worked it. I worked the boys. Everybody believed that was real. But it really was just, you know, lifting my buddy's spirits up. And because last time we went toe to toe, I think he tapped out to a rear naked choke. I'm not really sure. There's like a lot of witnesses to it. So
I do remember that. Yeah.
yeah. So no, did you see that? I'm sure you saw that video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
You're
anyone
a
who
good guy.
hasn't seen it yet.
You're a great guy, Steve.
I know. We really pulled that off. And the way I dove after he looked like he shoved me, it was, you know, really selling it for the crowd.
He definitely yelled, "I do this!"
He did. Oh, yeah. He turned to the camera, says he plays 9-man.
Can't believe you flexed too. That was weird.
All right. So, we game one, field one, right? Cowabunga versus Nuketown here, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting week one matchup. I want to see this game. We did 3 keys to victory. We're going to talk about them a little bit. I got for Boom. I got chemistry. They're going to need their chemistry together right away, and I do believe Ben and company are some of the best at being prepared, having a game plan, practicing, getting to scrimmages. We know they've been practicing. So if they are able to pull a victory out in here, and I think some people are calling them the underdogs early in this game, it would be due to chemistry.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah. I mean, they'll have some sort of chemistry, like Emrod has played a bunch of times with Ben. Mitch was with Ben last session. Coop played with Ben, last session also, right?
Yep.
In the championship. So a few guys that have played with Ben and kind of know how he likes to run his show. But yeah, just as long as all the other guys fall in line and drink the Gatorade, they'll be...
Yeah, I think defense-wise, the chemistry kind of should already be there. Offensive-wise, you got a new quarterback in this system, and he's throwing to some new receivers. And I'm sure he's played with a couple before, but looks like a lot of new faces for EB there.
I did a quick interview with Ben on Saturday, actually. And he said everyone is bought in. So
Nice.
It should be a good season, even though everyone is doubting them.
Okay.
And by good, I don't know what that means. Maybe it's a different definition because it looks like dog shit.
You saw them play in the scrimmage or something?
No. Well, this team did get knocked out early, but it's not the same team
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're talking that.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
But he
All
did say his NEFL team is bought in and should be some decent games for them for sure.
I mean, you'd kind of be a ding-dong to not buy into anything Ben says at this point in time, or right now, you know. You got to assume he at least in this league knows what he's talking about. He is one of those guys, no matter what he's talking about, I definitely listen, you know, wholeheartedly.
Choose what you want to do from there.
Right, but I do. I'm my own man. I kind of just I'd rather die by the sword or whatever. But I respect the guy a lot to definitely listen to him. I got minimized turnovers. EB at times has been throwing, in times he can throw a lot of picks. He has definitely dropped that down a lot over the seasons and gotten a lot better at minimizing turnovers. He's going to have some new faces here. So miscommunications can happen, things like that. As long as they minimize that, really get in a groove of things, I think it'll help them this game. Also, they need to limit the big plays in Nuketown. Let Jay Charles and company drive 4 plays to get the first, 4 plays to get the end zone. The more plays the team takes, the more chances of a fumble, an interception. We've seen what he can do with Shannon in the 1-play touchdowns, and he's got other weapons on the team now. If you can limit the big plays and really make them, force them into certain, 3rd and longs or 4th downs, you might get some turnovers or some actual, turnover downs or actual turnovers. So I think a huge thing is to limit those plays. All right, for Nuketown. John, I can't read this first one, buddy. Sorry. It looks like a headache.
Chemistry. Nuketown? Oh, attendance.
Oh, attendance.
See, showing up is a lot easier to read.
Buddy, that's an H. It's a Z. I don't know. All right, I don't know how you get attendance.
Buddy.
All right, attendance. Yeah, we've seen Shannon go, some seasons without making a lot of games. I know he missed, a good at least 3. I want to say for Renegades last season. He missed half the season for Los Amigos. I don't know how many games he missed for Only Flags, but he can miss games for whatever reason, and that's okay. But attendance is going to be huge. I think when they're going to rely on him a lot. They need, as any team with Matt Shannon does, is rely on him. I don't think they have a ton of depth to make up for when he's not there, as opposed to maybe the Renegades did. I know Los Amigos didn't, and it hurt us, So attendance, I know Phil's already going to be missing week 1 because he's got his league going. So attendance could be an issue at times. Johnny's missed some games. So as long as that, attendance is not an issue, that'll be definitely one of the key to victory here. Number 2, I got pressure EB. EB on kind of a new team, some new faces, put some pressure on, maybe cause some mistakes early. I wouldn't get too gutsy with it because EB will definitely make you pay if he sees it coming, catches up on it. But I know Jay Charles got a plan. He always got a plan. But John McClain had plans too. Things change.
Yeah.
What? All right. Also, take Sam Kimball away. So take him out of the game. I do think Sam Kimball's going to have a huge season for sure. I think he's a big key piece of this, and I think Ben is going to want to use him a lot. So if you can take Sam kind of out of the picture, which is way easier said than done, you're going to force the other guys to have to step up and do it, and that might be the best chance that Nuketown has to really shutting down this Boomba offense. You agree?
Yeah.
Anything else you see with this game?
I mean, yeah, I think EB and Kimball will have a good connection. I don't have like really any reasoning behind it, but I know Kimball's kind of been looking to run some deep routes. I know EB, like myself, throws the deep ball. So I think that'll be, like you said, that'll be huge for them this year, having that piece. Yeah, I mean, attendance, as we can go throughout probably every roster, if you don't have guys show up, you're going to be in a tough spot, whether it's a depth guy or a starter. Ideally, obviously not a starter, but if you're playing Iron Man, you're probably going to be in trouble. So I think those are some fair points for both teams.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we're ready to go around and pick who's taking the win?
Yeah, how do we want to...
All right, it'll start with me because I dominated last season.
Didn't see that coming.
Even though it should start with John because he won the playoff thing. But we'll start with me. I'm going to take Nuketown in this one.
Who? You want to flip a coin, Connor?
No, it goes clockwise, you ding-dong.
It's always clock.
Come on.
Nuke.
John's taking Nuketown.
I'm going to go Nuke. as well. Who's writing this down? Are you writing it down?
Yeah, I'm writing them down up here
we
too,
all
but yeah.
Oh, you're both writing it down. All right, sweet.
I thought you were too.
It's a clean sweep for Nuketown here.
Well, I saw Steve writing, so I was like, oh, I don't have to write.
We also don't know attendance wise for Cowabumbas or Cowabungas, whatever the fuck.
I'm just going to call him Boom.
We've had a couple guys having babies or
About to have
a baby, and
Oh,
you know.
baby.
listen, the only person that'd skip a football game for their kid is me. It almost happened. It was actually a hockey game. His mom said I could go play. I'm like, oh, really? And then my mom's like, no, you ding dong. I'm like, damn it. So, all right. Game 2. Air Raiders, Greek Gods here. Keys to victory for Air Raiders. Up front game needs to be on point. We've had Air Raider teams that have had really good up front defenders. And this season's going to be a little different. They got some pieces in the secondary they've had before. And then, you know, I know Junior and company have a plan and running the defense, and they got guys who are going to surprise you this season. I can guarantee that. But I think the upfront play needs to be good this game. They also need to pull flags. Jacob is a very take what they give you, you know, and he had a lot of guys last season. You've seen the success to it, who can make people miss or get some space and open space and go. And if you can minimize the yards after catches and stuff and put Jake in a tough position, I think that'll really help them. Which my second point, force Jake to be uncomfortable. Play against how he likes to play. Jake's run kind of the same offense for a long time, and yeah, he obviously expanded on it, but he runs a lot of the same plays he did since season 3, which I saw him run them then. So if you kind of take those away, force him to play uncomfortably, you could probably get some stops, maybe just some turnovers. I mean, again, easier said than done. Jacob's awesome, and you know, a very good quarterback and knows this style very well. But forcing him to be uncomfortable, stopping him is going to be a huge key to this victory. Also, avoid a shootout. I just think sometimes Bonish does not do great in shootouts. He doesn't win them too often. Whatever that may be, who knows? But this game, new receivers. I mean, he's got receivers who can make plays and have a lot of experience, which could help him. But I don't think getting into a shootout this game would benefit Air Raiders. So getting some stops, avoiding a shootout is my final key to victory here.
For the Raiders.
Yeah. You agree? You have anything to add?
No, not on this one. I think you hit this one on the right on the nail.
All right. Johnny Boy, anything?
No, I agree. Definitely is going to take a lot for the Air Raiders to win this one.
That's not what I said. Are there any comments coming in? Because they're not coming in on my...
No.
Okay.
There's only been 13 comments so far.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure my thing was working.
I will say that now that you pointed out, it is interesting that kind of Bonish has in the past like drafted great linebackers and seemed to stray away from it this year. I wonder if he just didn't like the way it was going. I don't know. We'll see how it works out for him.
Definitely an interesting draft right off the rip.
A what?
Interesting draft right off the rip. Fuck you, right? Why are you
No.
here? Want to fucking go?
He did. It was very interesting, or whatever it was. So.
All right, live's over. Fuck you. You're out.
All right, Greek Gods here. Keys to victory. Minimize the deep ball against their defense. We know Bonish can throw deep. You know, he will take shots. He takes a lot of shots. Whether they're good or bad, he will take them. He likes getting mismatches. If Greek Gods can minimize that, make him throw under and make his guys work, and then go from there. I think that's a huge key to victory here. Also, they minimize the turnovers. I think their offense will do very well, not only in this game all season, but if Jake can minimize turnovers, and he's pretty good with them mostly, but a lot of setbacks I saw last year with him is when he did turn over the ball. That's the only comment you pin up there?
No, you haven't watched all.
Yeah,
all
okay.
the show.
You're such a narcissist.
Tell
Dude.
me you're not watching the show without telling me.
I'm not. I'm doing this.
You're doing great.
Trying to read your handwriting. Also, I think Greek gods need to open up the playbook. You got, Adam out there who's played against Jacob before. You got Junior who's probably studied Jacob in and out. He's gonna know his plays. You're gonna have to open up the playbook here. They're gonna be prepared. I know Air Raiders are really putting a good foot forward to be prepared this season. So gotta kind of have to be one step ahead. A little chess game there. You got anything to add to this?
Yeah, I mean, word on the street is we got a prime Mike Evans here. I want to see what that's all about.
Who's this?
Micah Evans. I heard he's basically Mike Evans. So I haven't witnessed him play, but I know Jacob's been talking about him and he's high on him.
He said he's like Micah Parsons and Mike Evans combined.
So I'm interested to see how that works out.
Jeez.
I think they have a solid defense. You're high on the offense. I don't know. Paneries, I would assume, is going to be his RPO kind of guy that he runs with a lot. Obviously, Hamilton's a receiver that can play inside or outside.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm too high on their offense. I think it's, as far as Greek gods offense goes, I don't think it's better than last season's offense. But it could be. There's a potential. I just don't think they have the weapons on paper right now. I mean, quarterbacks and receivers mesh a lot different. It's interesting, but yeah, I kind of, regardless, I do kind of like their offense. I'm not super high on it.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be, the question mark is on Mike Parsons Evans. If he comes out and plays like Mike Evans and he's a great receiver, then I think their offense will be better than I'm anticipating. I just don't have a sample size to see. So we'll see. I'll kind of keep my eyes on that throughout the season, see if all the fuss is true.
Fair.
Other than that, I think that's all I have for the keys for them.
Sounds great.
All right, we ready to make our picks? John, you're first. Can I already guess who you're picking?
Gods?
All right, Connor.
I'm gonna go Air Raiders here.
I'm gonna go the gods. I think gods get this one in a close shootout. To be honest.
You're just picking against Adam, aren't you?
Oh. Yes. All right, game 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. Phantoms, Block Party. Honestly, this is one of my most excited games to see.
Do we want to make sure we pick right on this one, or we end up on a meme again, or?
Well, I mean, I still have my spoon, so Connor doesn't have to spend $3.99 on 3 spoons each.
On top of my $200 in tolls.
on the way here.
Had a $1 bill in my wallet today, boys. So.
You know you can avoid that, right? Actually, never mind. You get here late enough.
All right, keys to victory. Phantoms here. Take what they give you. Don't get too cute. So, I mean, I think we all know what the Phantoms can bring to the table. But if Block Party is going to play into that, take advantage of it. If they're going to play run a lot, play run as far as their defense goes, throw the ball, catch them off. Don't get too cute. Take what they give you, and don't force something that's just not there. Even though I think their offense is very capable of doing almost anything it really wants. Just don't force it, I would say. On defense, they're going to have to bring the pressure. You got Artie, who's done, he played one season, done well. He can run, he can pass, doesn't turn over the ball a ton. He's like almost any quarterback. They tend to not do as well under pressure, and him sometimes more so. So I think bringing the pressure would be a great idea against Artie here. Also, play physical. We all know that they can. They're going to set a lot of tone. cause a lot of fumbles, and just kind of make people looking twice or, hesitating a little bit. And it's going to take the timing off for this offensive, team of Block Party. Connor?
No, seems like Havs is excited for this season. I'm just looking to see. I've seen him run the ball a shit ton. I've seen him throw. He's not really known for his accurate passes or anything, but like he's thrown a corner route against us. I don't know, maybe 2 sessions ago, and it was one of the better balls I've seen in the league in a while. So I'm excited to see him kind of just air the ball out a little bit more this session, but I think they have a good option to do either or. So we'll see what he rolls with. I think a little bit of both is going to be fine, but I'm excited to see him air the ball out.
All right, 3 keys here for Block Party. Adjust defense when needed. We've seen a couple of Carter defenses not really adjust well. Stay in the same defense all game, whether it's working or not. And I think that's where Carter needs to adjust his game as far as a defensive captain could go at times. I know it gets frustrated, and sometimes you're hoping it pans out, but if it's just not panning out, you have to adjust. Spread the ball around. Havs is very good at picking up on tendencies of offenses and where they're going and taking number one guys away. So if you're really forcing it, he'll pick up on it and he'll make you pay for it. But spreading the ball around kind of eliminates that, keeps him guessing. He does freelance a little bit every now and then. He's a disciplined defender. I'm not trying to take that away from him, but he will freelance if he thinks something's coming. So spread the ball around. And Artie does do that a lot. I think he does like to keep the defenses guessing, which in this case, if they want to win this game, I think they have to. Also, they're gonna have to shed blocks and pull flags. The second Danny takes off, there's 2-3 big guys looking to block for him, or if he throws the ball, there's somebody coming across the field that's going to block for him. So we know the physicality of Phantoms, and if they can shed the blocks, be aware of it, and pull flags and minimize any yardage, I think that'll be huge for Block Party going a full hour game.
Yeah, I think, obviously I've been out of the loop a little bit, and it's really my first time kind of diving into the rosters. I think this offense is going to be, I don't know if it's been talked about, but I think this is going to be a pretty high-powered offense. I think they're going to put up a lot of points this year. Key put up more points than the other team, obviously, but I think there's going to be some electricity on this offense.
All right. You ready to make your pick?
Yeah.
All right. Who you got?
I'm going to go Block Party here. I'm just waiting to get a notification on my phone from Hal. Fuck off.
Hey, and I'm going Phantoms on that note.
I can't wait to walk out to my car and John has to drive me home.
Because Donuts picked it up and threw it across the street.
I am also picking Phantoms. Unrelated to any of those scenarios, just saying.
That bulkhead cannot contain that Phantoms team. We're screwed. We're going to have to get some dire wolves.
And because Carter fucked me over at the draft, so yeah, his team sucked.
Carter?
Carter.
Yeah.
How did he do that? Oh, I know. What a little dweeb. You give that guy a little power, and oh man, it's like Game of Thrones and Facebook Messenger.
Is it a coincidence that the dire wolves are back now? I don't think so.
Carter says he's setting Hav's car on fire.
Do we promote that one? I think so.
Can you do it before he heads to my house to break through the bulkhead?
Why? We picked this team.
Yeah, well, Still don't trust him.
We need Connor to get out of here.
He's back on the trend. You never know what he's gonna do.
He is in a deep workout right now. He wants to see this right now.
Phew. I actually blocked him on Facebook, so he can't actually see what. All right, game 4. Explosion versus Spartans. I got keys to victory here for Spartans. Marcus gotta be on point.
That's your handwriting, so don't even say shit.
I just forgot to put B. I got Marcus got it on point. So.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate right there.
Yeah. Marcus got to be on point. I think a lot of their success or failure is going to rely on Marcus, especially with a rookie quarterback taken, fairly early.
I mean, as it does with most quarterbacks, though.
Sometimes you can't. I've watched a lot of games where you really can't blame much of it on the quarterback. I know everybody's, that's not true. It's always up to him. But no, not every quarterback can just take off and run a whole, field every time. If they could, then yeah, all right, it's on them. But no, you've seen quarterbacks make right decisions and drop the ball. You've seen receivers do dumb things, or people fumble right before they get the goal line because they're celebrating. What's happened?
Someone deliberately tipped up the very first pass and made sure the other team caught it.
Yeah. You have receivers giving out free picks because I don't like them. But yeah, I think a lot of this team's success is going to be on Marcus here.
Yeah.
My next is Ricky Tan being present. I actually played with Ricky Tan the first time in a tournament, or at all, but in the tournament this weekend. And I gotta say, a lot better player than people give him credit for. I really enjoyed playing with him, and we seemed to click pretty well. So either we equally suck, or it's just we were kind of locked in together. So
I don't think anybody's. I don't think anybody is taking away from Ricky's talents. It's taking away from if he's going to be at the field or not.
I get that. I don't think people give him enough credit for his talents. Yeah. Not that they take it away, but yeah. That's why I do have Ricky Tan being present as a key to victory for Spartans here. And my last one is contain Mike Howe. You can't stop him. You really can only contain him. If you can get him to turn over the ball a couple times, which we've seen last season, he turned over the ball a few times in certain games. It's really the only way to kind of get to him and to give your team a chance to win. If you allow Mike to be comfortable, if you allow Mike to get in a groove of things and just do what Mike wants to do, he's going to dominate any defense you throw out there. So, got to be able to contain him in the air and on the. He'll hit you from both. So you got to be prepared for both. All right. My 3 for explosion. My first one is only they can stop the rain. So, if things are going good, they can keep it going. If they're going bad, it's up to them to, stop the rain, per se. You're such a herb. All right. Number 2, explosion's going to give it to you. And by that, I mean, they're going to... They can attack any which way, on the ground, in the air. They can play the physical game. I really do like this team, and in order for them to win, they're gonna need to give it to the other team. Number 3, key to victory. It's where my dog's at. They're gonna need to win this as a team. They can't just individually win this game. I love Mike Howe, but he can't do it by himself. He needs some help. So they're going to need a gang tackle. They're going to need to block as a team and work 4 or 5 routes at a time and work together to really to win this game. So John, you're such a doof. If you could just keep it straight, I wouldn't laugh. Whatever, dude.
This is too good.
All right. It's up to me first here?
Yeah. That's how it works, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with explosion. In Mike Howe, I trust.
Hopefully it's not dark and hell is hot on that day, so I'm going X. Explosion!
Okay.
Yeah, We had so many puns, but I can't think of them.
What
So
DMX
there.
references are they talking about? I don't understand what.
I don't
What are you
know.
guys talking about?
That's like trying to say they're
Yeah, geez.
referencing TLC and what was that movie? I forget.
Meet the Millers.
No, it was the one with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. They were cops.
Oh, the bad guys or the other guys? Or
The other
the other
guys,
guys,
yeah.
all right, Connor.
I'm gonna go with Explosion, and I don't have a lyric to go with it this time.
All right, we got a clean sweep picking for Explosion here. All right, on to game 5 here, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost halfway through. We got the boys versus Best Buds Part 2. Keys to victory here for the boys. To me, it's that mid-range game. I know Jason doesn't listen to me, but I think that's really where he really can succeed as a quarterback and really add to his game. I think he does too much short, too much long. It got to hit that mid-range game. He's got the arm to do it, and he's an accurate quarterback. And it's very tough to stop, especially in this league with that. So hit the mid-range stuff. Take some good chunk yards and put yourself in a good scoring positions. Locking in that defense early, I think we all know the capabilities of this defense and the potential it can live up to. Get it down pat early. I know, and this goes for both teams, nobody's scrimmaging. I think Jason had said if it's not 60, it's not for him. And we even had Danny Dimes on the show. And Danny Dimes said, "Yeah, we haven't practiced at all. We're not." So it's gonna be an interesting game. Could be a little sloppy. Could be some turnovers. Could be, your classic feeling each other out game. But yeah, lock in that defense early because again, I think that's gonna be a big key to these the boys' success this season is getting that defense together. And then attendance. I think Jason did a good job drafting a lot of guys that show up a little more consistent, maybe his last team. So, I think we can add attendance to everybody's key to victory because
Just
again,
the beast, yeah.
right. I mean, I referred to it a lot. Junior said it best. The best ability is availability. And you could say, hey, I got this guy first, second, third, but if they're not showing up, what good is it, So Best Buds, 3 keys here. Chemistry. Looks like a lot of guys that kind of haven't played together. Some chemistry for sure on the team already. But locking in that defense together, coming up with a good defense plan. I still don't see it on paper. I know they got a plan. That's fine. They could be the best defense at the end of the season and prove me wrong. But I think getting that chemistry down, especially where they haven't practiced or had a scrimmage. My second key to victory here is no turnovers. Let them go 4 and out. If you put Jason in a bad position, he will punt it. He's got the arm to, hit anywhere, but he will punt it at times just to play it safe, especially if his defense is doing well. So if the boys' defense is doing well, it's okay if you're not turning over the ball and really just ramping them up. So you can punt and vice versa, but I would say no turnovers is a huge part to this Best Buds key to victory here to Sunday. And got to play physical. We know the boys will play physical. You're gonna have to match it. You gotta have to nut up. That's pretty much that's really all I have to say about that. Again, the boys are gonna be one of the physical teams out here. Probably top 3 physical in my opinion. So you're gonna have to match it.
I have no comment.
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right, game 6. I think you have this one, right, buddy?
You want to pick it first?
Oh shit! I'm already breaking my own. All right, I picked first. John, you're up.
Connor, you're not going to be there, right?
I will not be there.
Picking the boys.
You didn't see that coming.
Nice. But I thought there was going to be another comment like, all right, so Connor's not throwing, so it'll be fine. That's
No,
what
it
I
was.
expecting.
All right, that's
I
fair.
was waiting for that.
Being a quarterback is hard, buddy. You already said it.
I'm going with the boys. Rolling with the boys.
Come on, Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the boys as well. I think the offense will perform better this season than they did last. You know, obviously a lot of new pieces, and it's never the same team, but there's some key pieces there. And when the quarterback's the same, some of it does go through the quarterback. But I think it's going to be a lot better offense. I just think that defense is going to be insane. So, all right, you have game 6 here, pal.
Yep, Self-Made versus TDM. My first key to victory for Self-Made is conserving Riley's health, right? If we have a shoulder injury, not going to be good.
Poof.
We saw last year, right?
Took
Two seasons ago. Oh, no, last season. Yeah.
Last season, yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe they got to mix in some runs, not make him overdo the shoulder. But keeping them healthy for the full year is going to be huge. Another thing I have is stay together. They have a lot of guys that are, I don't know the word here. Like,
sound it up.
they have guys that are going to be loud and like demand that the rest of the team plays well. It has to be the positive, constructive. Like, can't be down on each other, pick each other up. But they have a lot of guys that are going to get everybody hyped up to play. It's just got to stay positive. And I think they'll have some success.
Right.
For TDM, I mean, like we've said, you can say it for everybody, but attendance. If Domo doesn't show up, they're going to be in a tough spot. They also had, I think Thomas White said, like, he might have some work stuff that he can't show up. So they got to have as many people show up as possible, and if not, it's gonna be dark. Their second, I think they need to possess the ball as much as they can. I see they have some pretty good DBs. I'm not positive about the linebacker play, but like I said again, I've been out of loop. There's a lot of guys I haven't seen play. But they're going to want to possess the ball, run the clock, put points up, try to limit Self-Made having the ball on offense. You have any thoughts for either?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's going to be a great quarterback duo if both of them are there and both of them are healthy, for sure. Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of that.
I'm not saying selfish. No, I'm saying they have guys that are going to be loud and say, like, oh, what the hell are you doing? Like, we need to do it like this. Like, they're going to have vocal guys out there that are going to demand, like, everybody to play better and be on top of their shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've all seen players out there that are loud, and that can be very helpful to a team. It could be very detrimental to a team.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what he's alluding to here. Like I'll use Big Kenny for instance. He's loud, but it's kind of in a positive way for our team, at least the way we synergize. So it's one thing with the draft league is how teams synergize together. But yeah, if you're keeping it loud and positive, that's a good thing for a lot of people. Some people just don't like the loud and it, whatever, but that's kind of what he was alluding to. I don't see many selfish players on that team, ball hog type, and it really can't be in Riley's system, right? Riley likes to find the open guy. He doesn't really force it to people. So, and I think they drafted a team of unselfish players for sure. I don't think you can have anybody on that team saying, "Give me the ball."
Yeah. Yep. Stay positive.
Yeah.
All right, so it's me first here.
You first, big boy. It's a tough one.
I know it's a great matchup for week 1 for sure. I think I'm gonna go with TDM. I think it's week 1. Everybody's got to show up, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm gonna go self-made here. John?
I'm going to go self-made as well. I feel like Riley has something to prove this season. At least for 2 weeks, and then after that, we'll just see if his shoulder holds up.
He has something to prove. It's the record that'll hurt his shoulder or not. I mean, did I say that out loud? All right, we got Game 7 here, ladies and gentlemen. Sicko mode, Purple Haze. Keys to victory here. Sicko mode, new quarterback. Played one rookie game. I think they've done a scrimmage or two. But he looked good in the rookie game. I liked it. He's got a lot of leadership to help him in the right direction. And he's got the weapons. So, you know, even if it's not great, it just can't be bad. But a key to their victory is him putting up points and doing well. We saw a sicko mode team last season with a very good defense. And when they had everybody there, the offense seemed to move pretty well. When they had attendance issues, it was tough, and especially when they didn't have their quarterback, whether people believe Hoseby is a good quarterback or not, when they didn't have him, it was very difficult. It happened, you know, and they had some positive plays, but I think there was a couple games where they scored 2 touchdowns or less, which is kind of tough. But new QB, and I think he will do well. But he is going to be a key to this victory of this game. My next is players listening to leadership. You got 2 of the most experienced veterans on that team who not only know the game, can help you out, but they not once will they not say my bad when they messed up. You know what I mean? They'll take accountability 10 out of 10 times. So you'd honestly kind of be a ding dong to not listen to leadership, because they're going to point you in the right direction. And they're going to get you where you need to be as a team. So listening to leadership here. Also, I believe their last key to victory here is kind of to take Duval out of the game. We all know what Duval can bring to the table. And I've seen him as a player kind of get a little bit frustrated when he's not getting the ball a ton or it's not really working. So if you can kind of take him out of the game, force it to go elsewhere, it might be really beneficial to you. And yeah, as far as one of the best weapons in the league when he has the ball in his hand, he's kind of a guy you don't really want to have, 8-10 touches a game if you're on the defensive side. Anything for that? You agree?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be interesting. I know Lazu Sr. had to play a lot of safety last year due to just their attendance issues. I mean, Lazu and DJ, if they're playing linebackers, are probably the craziest linebacker duo the league's ever seen. It's not going to be easy to run these short routes and run the ball. It's going to be interesting to see. I hope that they get to have everybody there and they get to both play linebacker. It's going to be something cool to watch, but I think that's my only point, really, as far as
all right, 3 keys. 3 keys to victory here, Purple Haze. They need last year's Burns, not any other year's Burns. Burns played great last season when he got the call. Is he a better backup than a starter? I guess this season will tell. He's got the pieces around him. Can't say he doesn't. And I think he's got a good defense behind him as well to keep him in game. So if Burns could get his act together, some might say, and some, I mean me, and limit some of the turnovers that he has been prone to do in this league, I think Purple A's will they'll do very well this game. They do have a lot of weapons, so spread the ball out, and the team does not need to be selfish. It if one receiver is getting the ball, more than anybody else, and it's working, who cares? Vice versa. They're not getting the ball and it's working, who cares? Get your defense clicking as soon as possible. We got Walkley and Duval out there. They got chemistry together. We saw it last season. Some hiccups along the way. They'll admit that. But what I will say is they always bounce back no matter what, or they always, next play mentality. and they really, defensive calls, and I really liked how they kind of ran it. Despite it not being perfect, they did very well, and we ended up finishing, I think, top 5 in defense. If not, it was 6 or 7, so it was kind of close. But we were top 3, I think, for a little while till Duval got hurt and we had our attendance issues. But, their defense has some experience together, and I do think they drafted good late and got some good corners. So you get that defense clicking as soon as possible, and Purple Haze going to be looking like a tough team this season.
Yeah, I think Purple. I think we've all been around, and Burns has been asking McGrath take him later and later, and I think this is the year he was finally comfortable with the round he got picked in and the weapons that got placed before him. So we'll see how he can do, kind of drafted in the spot that he kind of felt.
Yeah, I mean, he did say if they don't succeed, it's on him. Who else would it be on? But, I mean, there's a lot of things that could factor in that season. All of a sudden your top 3 picks go down to whatever, the bird flu or something. You know what I mean?
A dire wolf or something.
Yeah, dire wolf attack. So, all right. Who's, it went me? No, it went you first. So I'm up here. Yeah. Purple Haze in sicko mode here. I'm going to go sicko mode. I think that defense just might be too much this week 1 for this team.
I'm going to go Purple Haze because Burns has LASIK now, so he has 20/20 or 20/40 vision.
Ooh. LASIK does not help with aging, though, your eyes. Just so you know.
Don't care.
Well, the older you get, the less you're going to want it, you know what I mean? And isn't Burns like 45?
I thought he was like 50.
I think with this newfound information about LASIK, I think I'm also going to go with Purple Haze. John, thanks for bringing that to the table.
You're welcome, buddy. You're already way behind us right now, so you're good.
All right, next game we have Entity, Soul Reapers. I'm excited to see this game.
Oh, I thought we did Entity at the beginning already.
Yeah.
No, this is the Soul Reaper section right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix, that is why I haven't got LASIK surgery. I'm too old. Might not recover. We got Entity, Soul Reapers. Key to victory here for Entity. First one is play up to your potential. I do think this on paper is a very good team. And we've seen what a lot of these guys can do. So a lot of potential there. They need to play up to it. Number 2 is contain Joey's feet. Make him beat you in the passing game. It's almost a pick your poison here, but I do think at times Joey's a better runner. And he's almost like that Russell Wilson runner where he's not super fast, but he's very good at the angles. He knows when to go. He reads it very well and can take off in a flash at the right moment. So I think if you contain his feet, take that away, make him pass, and he can beat you in the air. We've seen it done. We're talking about the last year's quarterback of the year. He can beat you in the air, but I think taking away any running puts him in tough positions at times. He tends to, in my opinion, likes to run out of the tough situations. So if you can contain his feet, keep it in the air, I think it'll benefit you guys. Also, utilizing guys in the right spots. Sometimes I think, at least with last year's team, and I know they had some attendance issues, I believe they had guys playing in spots that I didn't feel they should have probably put guys in different positions, in my opinion, and my opinion is that, but sorry, I was reading Jay's comment. I mean, listen, Bova's still got some wheels. Compared to me, it's a flash.
More like a spark.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, if you put in your guys, you have a lot of pieces. In my opinion, you put them in the right spot, it's going to very much benefit you, especially in this game. For Soul Reapers, I have stay cool if things aren't going to plan. You got a very good team on paper, and I think it's going to be a very good team on the field. But not everything's going to be perfect. Sometimes it's how you manage those situations or get out of those situations or learn how to not get in them again. So if you're staying calm, cool, and collective, you'll see a lot more instead of if you're seeing red or being mad. So I believe if this team stays cool, it's going to be a huge key to victory, not only this game, a lot of the games. My number 2 is let Joey cook, listen, and work. We're assuming Joey's throwing. I believe that's even what we're told, but what we're told, and you know, people like to do that. But I'm assuming he's throwing. Let him cook, listen, and work with him. You know what I mean? I think Joey's throws a great ball. I think he's got good plays. Not perfect decision maker at times, but a very good decision maker. And I think he makes a lot of good decisions. So just trust him to help you get into position to win a game if you're not winning, or you know, don't bail on him. Let him cook. Listen to him, and I wouldn't feed him too much with plays, in my opinion. I don't know if he likes that. Not really sure, but if I'm a receiver for Joey, I'm giving it a few games before really I'm suggesting I'm trying to learn his system more than teach him or tell him what I'm seeing. And number 3, last one, is have an organized system going in. Know who's playing where. And I assume they do, but you just don't want a chaos of not knowing who's playing where, figuring out game day. Have a plan going in. That way, nothing's really a surprise to anyone going in, and you're fully, you know, you get your best foot forward going into the game. And those are my 3 keys for Soul Reapers here.
Yeah, I don't have many keys. I think this is going to be a good game to watch. I'm excited to watch this one. I think it's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah.
John, what do you think?
I also think it's going to be good just for the you know, the 2 captains going at it all season. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great first matchup, definitely for sure, for week 1.
All right. Who's up first, John, here?
Yeah.
I'm going to go
This is a tough one, I think.
Soul Reapers.
I think I'm gonna go entity here.
What was that?
Interesting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I got Soul, but I'm not a soldier. But I am going Soul Reapers here. Yeah, I like that team offensively. I like Entity too. It's going to be a great game, I think. I know I say that a lot, but I like to see the good in teams and stylistic matchups. But I think this is going to be a good game. I really do. I'm taking Soul Reapers, pulling it out. All right, you got game 9 here, right?
Yeah, Road Warriors, playmakers. Keys for Road Warriors, I think figuring out a situation where you're going to have to make them throw the ball down the field. Playmakers roster, a lot of big dudes, a lot of dudes that can block and are going to be physical. I think you're going to, I don't know, if you're going to have to rotate guys down, bring them in the box, somehow make them have to throw the ball. And then I think finding a good rotation of receivers, there's a bunch of options there. Just finding what's going to work and keep everybody fresh for defense, because it's going to be physical. I mean, I think playmakers is going to come out and be physical. Got to keep everybody fresh. Those are my 2 points for Road Warriors. Playmakers, I think not as a whole unit, but I think in general they have a bunch of chemistry. You got a bunch of the guys on shotgun as Rocker, Lucas, Lewis, Alan Hamilton, those guys. Dane and Rocker have played together forever. I think they're going to start off strong in the chemistry department as opposed to some other teams. And I think what they're going to have to figure out is just who is going to be playing DB. I see a lot of linebacker guys. I mean, you could go with like a cover 2 base and have some of these linebacker guys play in the flats. And if you don't, you can still have a bunch of linebackers subbing in and out. Just keep the same thing. Keep guys fresh, for the whole game. But I'm just interested to see what they're gonna do as DBs. What are you guys laughing about already?
Well, no, I don't know if it's the producer role, but they need to sit here and argue with comments. John, what do you have to say about what Connor just said to end that little 3 points of victory?
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, okay.
No, I think
That's kind of why I
he
was
does
laughing.
have a right point. Mixing in rotation is definitely about keeping it fresh. It's a long game, but they do have a lot of linebackers on that team. So I know hopefully we can take advantage of that. But we'll see out in Connor's other 3 keys to victory here. So fuck off, Steve.
Yeah, that was one of them. All right.
That was 2.
Yeah, 2. I only did 2 per. I didn't get the 3 per
Oh.
memo.
I hope
listening?
Fum kicks your ass.
I hope so too. I hope you come get some. Not even big enough to ride this ride.
Except oh,
Buddy,
He's
Whoa.
lifting heavy weights that are hollow on fucking Facebook. Who cares?
is it a 25-pound barbell or is it a 45-pound barbell?
that's true. Makes a difference.
I don't know if Johnny's even listening.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not.
All right.
I'm busy here.
John went first. All right, you're up here.
First.
Yeah.
Pick wisely, fucker.
I'm gonna go with Road Warriors here.
Yeah, I gotta go with my team. Road Warriors. I think we're taking it.
John, now that you're a captain, I know your thing last year was to pick against your team. So are you gonna keep that trend up, or are you gonna hop on board the train of voting for the team that you picked?
Definitely Road Warriors. What are you talking about?
All right.
All right. So last game here, we got Pog Patrol. Crazy work. Ladies and gentlemen, I got first key to victory here for Pog Patrol. Hoseby's going to need to open up the playbook a little bit. He's going to have a very tough defense to throw against. Sometimes his play calls are a little simplex, and I think he's going to need a little more to beat these guys, and he's going to need to not go short as much, in my opinion.
Watch your language.
Probably going to be. Did I say anything bad?
No, it's my bad. That's right.
Allegedly.
He's just letting us know.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
here.
All right, Ben's here, everybody. Finally, coming in looking like Arthur Fonzarelli over here.
It is some happy days.
Some might say sunny days. All right. Next, number 2 is got to make people miss. You're going to have a lot of aggressive flag pullers and a lot of guys coming down on the balls hard. Why do you... All right, they're coming... No, they're coming down on the plays. Wherever the ball goes, they're going to be headhunting there.
Now I remember why I took a couple weeks off.
Whatever.
Was it ball hunting?
Steve just saying suspect shit.
Either way, you're going to have to make people miss. Get some yak. Move the ball. Also, third key to victory, limit John Groff's drinking. This will be later in the day. He tends to get more drunk as the day goes. So, going to limit his drink on the sidelines. I think he's going to have to be helpful to this team. Crazy works, 3 keys to victory. 1, let loose. We know what we all can visualize what that offense is capable of doing. Just do it, and you can. I don't think there's many defenses that are going to be able to stop you completely. I would also say the second key here, don't get ahead of yourselves. We've seen a lot of leads, big leagues get diminished and blown and not always completely lose, but, games where some teams are down 3-4 touchdowns, all of a sudden become close when it comes to, stoppage time. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Don't start making plays. Don't try to get too cute. Just do what you need to do and do what everybody knows what you can do. Also, limit the turnovers. I think right now they're the team to beat, and they don't want to beat themselves. So you let teams into games with turnovers, give them free points here somehow, or give them close positions. And Nuge didn't turn the ball over a ton when he played last one season. So I don't anticipate it. I just don't. That's kind of one of the keys I'm saying. So, all right, who's up?
Have we seen them scrimmage? Like, are we positive Nuge is playing QB?
Yeah, Nuge is throwing.
Because Nuge is.
I mean that's what House said. That's what House said,
I
but
don't know if
Okay.
they have scrimmage though.
not sure.
I don't think so.
I mean, either way, they'll have some success. Like, I think Nuge can throw the ball. He's also like one of the top athletes in the area. So
Yeah, I
See,
mean,
Allegedly.
I think Pog Patrol has a couple guys who can match his speed.
Name one.
Julian.
Okay. I forgot he was on the team.
Yim.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah.
Yim's a great rusher. So you got a couple guys who can maybe keep him in check as far as the run game goes. As far as the quarterback taking off, I mean, having to fight off the blockers on the team is going to be a little difficult or different, but they can kind of keep him in check a little bit as far as just not letting him take off. You got guys who can match his speed, but now you're putting your fastest guys up there, who probably are your better defenders, and now you're trying to cover Tayshaun and company with not your top defenders. So it's going to be an uphill battle for Pog Patrol, I think, here. But John went first. No, Connor went first. So it's me. I'm taking crazy work. John,
Crazy work.
Connor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna take crazy work here. I think they're gonna be elbowed out, physical. I mean, they have House, they have Hayhurst. Even Tashawn's like a physical dude. He's gonna come up and block you. And I don't think they'll have to like really reveal all the tricks up their sleeves. I think they can run downhill and they'll have some success here this week. But I think they'll be able to keep it simple, and as long as, like you said, like if you get a lead, don't do anything crazy. Just keep doing what's working.
Yeah, I agree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those are recaps for this season one. What are the odds? See, week one, season one. Why do I keep saying that? Week one. What are the odds it gets canceled because of rain?
I mean, I wouldn't be upset because I'll be in Miami and I won't miss a game then.
I hope it rains in Miami. But, I mean, Bova did say, if it rains, we're not playing. And I know some guys are mad about that, but I'm going to explain something to you. You know, a lot of reasons why in New Hampshire it's so hard to get a permit is because the fields were getting ruined. And we have this hardo, like, hey, games must go on. And I get it. I understand. But we're ruining public fields here, and they're shutting stuff down in New Hampshire because of it. So we don't want to, like, get into that where we don't have fields to play on because we're too stubborn to take a week off. And I know it sucks. It is what it is. But, you know, we had the field issue, you know, last season. Was it last season? Or the season before?
last season.
Yeah, last season.
Yeah, where we beat up the field. Now, it was extra mitigating circumstances because I guess that field had some type of weird runoff issue.
Yeah, something.
But well, yeah, we messed that. We messed that field up.
But yeah,
so
if it's downpouring and then the field's shit, like it's like everybody realizes we have to play on that field for the rest of the season. Like,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen,
It's different, Phoenix.
yeah, I mean, I get the games on mentality. It's football. We play in all weathers. I get that. In
we've
perfect
been waiting for a while. I get that too, but like
in perfect conditions. If you're telling me we could play in any weather and the fields aren't going to get ruined, great, let's do it. I don't care, but you know, we want to savor our fields while we have them. So,
and if we push it back, like maybe we'll have all the jerseys. I don't know.
They're all in.
Oh, they're in.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
So, all right, we got any comments before we get into our next segment here? We're going a little long here, and I want to move on, but if you got something to say, let's hear it real quick.
Not from FUM, no.
Buddy, FUM would destroy you.
Buddy, you keep hardening his, you're going to get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, okay, buddy. You wouldn't even be able to catch him.
But I don't need to catch him.
Okay.
I don't think you understand.
Buddy,
how
I
the
watched
fight
you
works.
get elbow dropped, and you couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
you was
thanks.
stuck in the mud
Yeah,
over there.
I got jumped, and you did nothing.
You started
Thanks.
the fight.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
ended
did.
the fight,
Yeah, okay.
bitch. All right. You're screwed. Never mind. I'm picking fucking.
Adam, can we get a couple
Playmakers.
drinks down here?
All right. Well, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
thirsty.
if you're tuning in right now, you are witnessing a Tambo Time first exclusive ever. Ben has his own segment here, ladies and gentlemen.
I do.
Oh my fucking god, man!
Don't patronize him.
I'm
if
not.
we ignore the dumb comments, he won't. You know,
Are you
he'll be
that was
normal.
Are you sure that was a dumb comment?
Yes. Yeah, because he thinks he's hilarious. You can tell Ben's mannerisms when he's joking and he's being serious. It's,
Going too well.
yeah. So we were suggested. Do I give the guy credit now for the game, or
No, let's see how it goes first.
if it's good, we're taking credit for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this your first day?
Yeah, if it flops, we had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, if it flops, it's horrible.
And I
It's
don't
hot
even know
wings
what it
him.
is.
All right, Ben. Take away. Why don't you set it up for everybody? Let them know what we're doing, and then we're gonna play here.
Let me read this real quick. Just kidding. So we're playing a game called Which Profession is Real? So I will ask a question of a certain person in the league and give you 3 possible professions that they could be, and you guys have to guess which one is correct.
Real quick, you do not know these, right?
I don't know.
All right.
No, it was sent
I
just for the
didn't know
record.
we were
It
doing
was,
this, so I
it was just for the record. It was sent just to me.
Yeah, we all know the answers. John doesn't. He's over here like a moron.
I did throw it in with a chat with Sean before I realized what it was.
So let me
And
get
then
it straight.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna delete that real
He
quick.
did, yeah.
And then John didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I just saw that he
Oh.
removed
No,
something.
I made sure it wasn't red yet.
Wait, so let me. So he's gonna name a player in the league,
So
give us 3 job titles, and we're guessing which one is their job title.
I believe so.
Yes, I know the right answers. You
Okay,
aren't supposed to know.
I like it.
All right, so let's do it this way, I guess. So you're gonna name the player and the 3 job types.
Yeah,
All 3 of us are gonna guess before you tell us the answer.
yeah.
Okay, and so we can guess the same one if it, and then we'll get points. How many of these are there? Do you know?
Let's see. There's about 10.
What's the odds
about
that
10.
all 3 of us are on there?
1, 2, 3.
I don't even know my job title, so
I know John's. Sit down and do nothing.
There's
I
10. There's
don't
10.
think I know.
There's 10 of them.
I don't. So
All right, there's 10.
I hope I'm
So
on it.
Let me set up the score count real quick.
Oh, you have it. All right, nice.
Oh,
right.
Ben, can you add our
Oh, score.
pick'em scores somewhere? So we saved them somewhere?
Well, just write them down. We can have them up for next week.
No, we have them written down. I just was wondering if you could throw it on the show.
no, we don't have any scores yet, so it'll be next week.
Yes.
Never mind. I was saying
You
like
just
they're
asking if it was
saved.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's saved because I wrote it down with pen and ink. That's saved.
Is your other arm afraid of needles?
I still have Pike's name in here. God rest his soul.
R.I.P.
Or
What show was that?
Pike time.
Pike blew it in the playoffs, driving down to win the game and threw a
2
dumb pick. What a meatball!
2 ends.
You called it too right before.
I know, I did.
This is where Pike throws a pick and ends the game.
He did.
Right
John yells out, "You do it!" Like, buddy,
You do this.
I can read Pike like a fucking book.
All right, we're ready to go.
All right.
All right.
All right.
First question. Scott Bonish. Is he a,
Gynecologist.
he wishes, project lead manager in sales, a men's hairstylist, or a minor league sports agent?
Okay. I guess I'll go first. My guess.
Sure.
Well, we're gonna write it down and then we
No,
just-
I'm not writing this shit
I
down.
just have ADD, so
Counting on everybody to be honest.
No, I'm going the salesman one.
I'm
Same.
I'm also going with the sales lead
It's definitely not the hairstylist.
project manager.
No, you all would be correct.
Oh, weird.
Nice.
Well, that was a tough one. Hopefully these get harder.
I really honestly don't know if I do.
Ben, can you put 2 N's in my name, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
No, it's con or.
That drives me crazy.
I don't know why I almost did, and for some reason I thought you were the one that did have.
Spelled like
Well,
moron.
had one. There you go.
Yeah, perfect. I'd prefer that.
What are you talking about? Bonish could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves.
Privet.
All All right, ready?
He's very trustworthy.
Number 2.
Next is Alex Kennedy.
Okay.
Character costume at Chuck E. Cheese, a pest control operator, or a middle school science teacher.
Oh my god.
Is it John now? Going?
John's going first.
This is the middle one.
Do you remember what it was?
Pest control.
Okay, I was just making sure. I'm also going pest control.
Yeah, I'm going pest control.
These are horrible.
Well, because I knew that one.
Yeah, I knew that too.
But he could be Chuck E. Cheese. I can see that. He's got the energy for it.
Yeah.
Aren't they all robots?
No. The ones at the stage are.
Yeah.
I think.
I hope.
If they're not.
See,
Not
you see those videos, or I think even like South Park depicted it, like the guys like they're stuck in those costumes, just like sweating their asses off for like being like high on drugs and puking themselves in those costumes. How gross it is.
Next question, Ben.
So, I'll change my guess.
Pat Morris, tax accountant, behavioral specialist, or BJ's warehouse forklift operator.
Ooh.
Fuck, I don't know.
Probably our toughest one.
That probably is the hardest
What
one.
was it? Tech specialist.
Tax accountant, behavioral specialist, BJ's warehouse forklift operator.
You're up, Connor.
I'm gonna go with tax specialist. If so, DM me after this.
I'm going to go with tax specialist as well.
Likewise.
And yes, DM me as well.
Shook your-
You know how much I have to pay in taxes this year? It's bullshit.
Weren't you at one point on the show bragging
Yeah,
about
welcome.
W2s?
Welcome to my world, Steve.
Yeah, okay, Ben, shut your mouth. I did destroy Ben, so he didn't even present
You
his.
actually didn't.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see any paperwork. He's
You
fucking.
want to see paperwork?
Remember when he looked at it, he goes, 12 million? Like, that's not that.
No, it was like
Oh,
12,000.
Yeah,
like-
but you read it wrong.
I'm like, oh, that's cute, Steve. I'm like, oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah. He had to go through a bunch of them.
Oh, you 1099s.
Yeah.
All right. Nuge. Unemployed / student. Nike store manager or amateur commercial actor.
All those could be true. Am I?
all be the same
I'm up
thing?
first.
Couldn't you do all those at once? Shit.
At one point.
I'm gonna go unemployed student.
Likewise.
What was the second one?
Nike store manager and an amateur commercial actor.
News is always swagged out though, dude.
I said it could be all of them.
I know. I'm gonna go with the student as well.
Ben. Wow, we're all 4 for 4. We're either really good at judging people, or this game's really easy.
Isn't like Nuge like 45?
No.
I feel like Nuge is like 23.
Right.
Ben doesn't even know who Nuge is. And he's hitting buttons. He's defending him with buttons.
Pretty sure I do.
No, yeah.
All right.
We got
Next one.
Yeah.
Bobby Guerin. Bouncer at the Goat.
Ooh.
Owns a food truck or home remodeling sales.
John, you're up.
home remodeling sales.
Yeah, home remodeling.
I'm gonna go home remodeling as well.
This is right up there with hot wings.
First of all,
So at this point,
let me just say real quick to this ding dong. I do nice tile backsplashes. So if you need help doing them, or tile showers, well, hold on. I yell at Adam, and Adam does it while I watch him. So
Yes.
There we go.
just to be a little
That's the truth.
specific. So if you don't trust me doing it,
And then you just have to pay, Steve. You don't have to.
right. I'll get it to Adam.
Yeah.
I'll slip it through the bulkhead.
You DoorDash.
I'll buy McDonald's twice this week.
Twice. Well, you better get that backsplash done real fast.
Big job.
Dollar menu only.
we're 5-5-5. We're all tied here.
Five more. Eric Bellarose. Manager at Mobile, florist, or maintenance at a high school.
John, a florist is somebody who does flowers.
Right,
Just so you
thanks,
know.
buddy. Connor, you're up.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
It's not someone.
You know how this game works?
The last one, high school maintenance.
What was the first one?
Manager at Mobile, florist, and then maintenance at high school.
I'm going to go maintenance as well.
Yeah, same.
I'm wondering if who set this up was just trying to be funny.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean, I was kind of torn with the mobile one.
No.
Why? What's
EB
wrong with
would
that?
never lower himself
What's wrong
working
with
at
that
a
job?
mobile.
He's the manager, though.
Yeah, but still.
Good price on dip, probably.
Bubba. Construction, crypto, or a plumber.
Ooh.
Who? Bubba?
Bubba. Yeah.
At least there's two that are
What are they?
Same
Construction, crypto, and what?
plumber.
Isn't construction and plumber kind of close?
Yeah, but they're not.
They're not.
That's the same thing.
To an office guy like you, yes.
No,
Loser.
this is good. At least this is like
All right, who's up
a
here?
challenging one.
You are.
You.
I am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm going to go with construction worker.
Construction worker.
See, I think it's construction, but I also don't want us to be all tied.
Oh, we still have 3 more to go, I guess.
Torn with that one too.
Huh?
I was torn with that one too.
Tell you what, all right,
I
if we're
think-
all tied at 9, the last one will just whatever the first answer is will be mine, second and third, no matter what we guess. One of us will win.
I'm taking plumber. I think he's laying that pipe.
All right.
Go, Bubba.
Wait, who's
So
wrong?
wrong to the plumber?
He is the construction.
I knew it.
I was torn. With
He's probably a laborer. What a loser. Those guys that clean up trash. Yeah, I'm in construction. I see him all the time.
Isn't that just called you have court ordered working
Jesus.
programs?
No. Bubba's a law-abiding citizen.
No, I mean the people you make fun of.
Oh. No.
Number 8.
All right, Danny Dimes. Middle school physical education teacher, works for the secretary of the state's office, or an RN at Leahy Clinic.
That's too much detail there, I think. All right, John, you.
I think it's the first one, right? What was the first one, Ben?
Middle school physical
Phys ed.
education
Yeah,
teacher.
I'm gonna go with that one.
It was phys ed, RN. What was the middle one?
Works for the secretary of the state's office.
Yeah, I don't think. Ooh, actually, I feel like you told us that. Fuck.
I'm going works for Secretary of State.
God damn it.
I gotta take a chance here.
I'm going to go works for Secretary of State as
Pretty
well.
sure it's that one. Yeah, fuck.
John got it wrong.
He told us
John,
that too,
you
didn't
saw.
he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he did. Fuck.
Loser. Jay Charles gets better prices than Pat Morris, if anybody's wondering.
I'm a crack dealer.
All right, Ben. What do we got? Question 9 here.
Yep, RT3 is number 9.
Yikes.
Assembler at Raytheon,
Ooh.
buys, sells, and trades wrestling memorabilia, or a landscaper.
Ooh.
You're up, buddy.
Landscaper, works at Boom Boom, and what was the first one?
It wasn't Boop.
Assembler at Raytheon.
Assembler at Raytheon. What landscaper? I'm gonna go Raytheon.
I'm going to go Raytheon as well.
Same. I actually knew that.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was hoping you fucks didn't.
I didn't know for sure, but sometimes landscapers, you can tell. I don't see any landscaping in them.
Next question, Ben.
Oh no, he's cooking. He's cooking. Oh,
So John and I tied. Steve won ahead here.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck
so here comes the
like
last one.
always, just one step ahead.
All right.
All right. So Steve automatically has answer A. He said.
I gotta go first.
No, you said you get
Well, you're up
first
anyway.
answer.
First
No,
answer.
it doesn't. Yeah. All right.
All right. Sean McGrath, bartender at Chili's, accountant, or a machine operator?
Sean McGrath is a mystery. Bartender at Chili's.
Yep.
Bartender at Chili's,
Accountant.
accountant, or machine operator?
I feel like if he was an accountant, he wouldn't be sharing an apartment with Carter.
Or maybe just wants a nicer apartment.
Allegedly.
What was the last one again?
Machine operator.
I'm gonna go machine
How
operator.
many twisted teas can you drink and operate a machine legally?
He would know the answer because he is a machine operator.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering.
I'm gonna go with that one too.
I was hoping you guys weren't gonna go with that one because that's what I was thinking. Should I break the tie between John and I and take one for the team? I'm gonna go accountant.
Chris Brown. I mean Chris Burns.
It is machine operator.
Ah, 10 for 10. Fucking, I'm the man.
And yet he says he doesn't know the answers to these ones.
I didn't.
Sure.
You want to search through my DMs on my phone?
No thanks. Actually, yes I do.
Yeah, go ahead. Just be a lot of. Yeah, I can't stand
He
John.
doesn't,
John
have, he
sucks.
doesn't have your passcode.
Ben's so jealous. Hold on, Ben's jealous of.
You didn't get 9.
No, I think I did.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I did give you the wrong.
Oh shit!
You
Thought-
no, yeah,
Fighting over second place is a force.
Is
I'm
it?
not fighting.
10-8.
He was taking it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a little get to know some of your players segment. It actually was. I liked it. Little easy.
Yeah, I think like if we do it in the future, whoever's giving the clues, like the plumber and the construction worker is like close enough.
Yeah, it's
to,
it's
like make it a 50-50 choice.
Well, it's kind of good enough. I mean, because it is different. So you know what I mean. Guys
But
who
it's close enough that you could think like, ah, shit, I don't
Right,
know which
right.
one. As opposed to fucking Bonish being a hairstylist.
If he put down McGrath was Chippendales, I probably would have believed that.
Yeah.
the bartender thing. I mean, I could see that.
No,
That was probably the toughest one. You don't think Sean can make a mean drink or crack open a
no,
twisted
I think
tea?
he would drink a lot.
Wow,
I
I
thought that
mean,
was harder than construction and plumbing. I don't know.
I feel like I already knew he was in construction. So
The Pat one was kind of. I mean, he could have been accountant maybe. Or what was it?
Pat was a tax specialist.
And what was the other ones though?
Behavioral
Yeah.
something.
I feel like he could have done that one.
Behavioral therapist specialist.
He's not a
tax
good one,
accountant.
but he could have been one.
And what was the third one?
BJ's warehouse forklift.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that wasn't that.
But he actually just deals crack, is what he told us. So
Whoa, right,
whoever
right.
gave these answers didn't get enough deeping.
When you say tax specialist, that means like you're good at it, or you just that's the title they
think
give you.
that you
No,
do it.
it was tax accountant.
So, like I said, slide into my DMs.
Actually, Pat, I need my
Please.
taxes done still.
You say that to all of
I might
us.
reach out to him.
It'll be an easy one. Ben doesn't make that much money.
Oh, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have any comments to end the show here? Hopefully, we have a week one. Hopefully, it's not raining that bad. And listen, if it is, get over it. We'll play next week. Okay? Maybe some of us can still get together and play around. I know I'm too old for that, so I'll definitely take the week off and enjoy it. Johnny, got anything?
Got nothing.
Connor?
I will not be getting together to play around.
You're gonna be in Miami. What are you doing in Miami? We allowed to ask?
Just bachelor party.
Oh, yeah?
Sick invite, buddy.
Whose bachelor party?
His.
So getting drunk and banging bitches.
So we're not invited to the wedding or the bachelor
Wait,
party.
we're not invited to the wedding?
No,
Are you
No, I
fucking
haven't sent the
serious?
invites.
we're not.
Yeah.
We're not invited to the wedding.
We're nah, oh wow.
All these fake ass friends around here.
This guy begged to be back on the show.
I know.
Is it your bachelor party?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So scratch the banging bitches part.
Yeah. Scratch that.
Oh my god.
just if anybody is thinking about voting in the next election, Ben's
Don't watch the show.
Ben just plays a character on the show. It's not actually words of Ben Prescott. It's his character. So
Yeah, we force him to.
yes, he's really against making comments like that because he is a well-mannered guy, but we force him to do it.
It's really just a soundboard.
He's just reading off a script.
Yeah. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We're on to week 1 here.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Everybody's excited. Ben, thanks for getting the show going and then go and do whatever you did in a weird leather jacket and then coming back. What is with the leather jacket, though?
Keeps you warm.
It's warm.
Yeah.
It's kind of cold out.
You trying to bring something
It's
back?
snowing out there right now.
Oh, what the fuck?
You trying to bring it back?
Yeah, I didn't know they went away.
Well, yeah. After Fonzarelli, they weren't cool anymore.
Did you go somewhere and bang on the jukebox?
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Good night, Grease.
Good night, Spain.
R.I.P. Robbie.
Yeah. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, you is looking stressed, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, stress, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset.